Good morning, Newcastle, and welcome to Newswatch election coverage. This is the morning of Tuesday, November 3rd. And let's keep in mind, and we'll do some things on regular Newswatch, but as we go through, these are unofficial results. This is what is through thus far. And everybody talks about the presidential race. And in Lawrence County, Donald Trump has outperformed Joe Biden 29,071 to 15,557, just to give you an idea. Now, let's go to the state election. The state election, Republican Heather Heidelberg, she received 24,960 votes in Lawrence County, while Shapiro received 18,307. In Lawrence County, Auditor General, Representative Tim DeFure received 26,913. Republican Tim DeFure received 26,913. Democrat Nina Ahmed received 15,000. So, Auditor General in Lawrence County won by the Republicans also. Here's something that I thought she was a very good speaker. Stacey Grady for state treasurer, 26,521. She outperformed Joe Torsello, 16,246. So the state treasurer won in this county by a Republican. Representative for Congress Mike Kelly outperformed Christy Gibbous. Elder Vogel outperformed Stephen Kazaner. And General Assembly, Chris Sonata, congratulations, Chris. He has retained his seat, 14,808 to 11,805. And the difference being the independent in that race, Darrell Audia, who gathered 2,805 votes. Congratulations, Chris. State Representative Aaron Bernstein also winning, as these are, and locally, this is what you got. You've got Chris, Aaron, excuse me, it's been a long night. And Mike Kelly also winning in Lawrence County. So, and winning in their areas. So, looks like we have these, we've retained everything that we've had in the past, and I'll put that up there. Now, there was only one resolution question, and it passed over in Bessemer Borough. 17th District, Park Wentley winning. Okay. And that area just touches the corner of Lawrence County. So, you know, I don't know what it's one of those things where it's just there. And I just wanted to do Mike Kelly justice, and I couldn't find this picture. There you go. Mike, you're on. So, congratulations to the winners, and we'll get this and put this like this. Your Congressman, Mike Kelly, State Representative of the 10th Congressional District, Aaron Bernstein, and congratulations to Chris Sonata, which, I want to make mention of this. All three of these guys are people person. They give back to you. And Chris, really a person that constantly gets back if you have a problem. I congratulate him totally. Great job. Now, let's talk about the state totals as they've been reported here. The number I believe I threw around was around 15%. Oh well, I was totally right. As Donald Trump, with the votes, that have come in, totally outperforming Joe Biden. Roughly, if you say 42.9, I'll give Joe 43%, 55.87, giving Trump 56%. The 13% margin there is like this. Where are the outstanding ballots? Well, when you look at Pennsylvania and you look at the outstanding ballots that they're talking about, they're in places that are close to the fracking areas. Thus, with that, the idea that Pennsylvania could flip seems very rare. And here's what you have. You have a line. Right now, the way Fox has this, they have a 213 to 38. Okay. However, Georgia, leaning Trump's way with 16 votes. North Carolina, leaning Trump's way. And there's almost a 2-point lead in both states. Trump with a huge lead in Pennsylvania. We talked about this, as the lead in Pennsylvania is almost some 14 points. So I don't see, and I could be wrong, I can't see Biden overtaking that when the ballots that are out, there's some in Beaver County, Allegheny County, Fulton County, all fracking counties. You've got Center and you've got Philadelphia. Now, if a majority of those ballots, and I'm quoting the major news sources, okay, as they're on, if a majority of those ballots are not, are spread out, and you have an even distribution, Philadelphia will find it hard to carry the day because it's 85-15 in some of the locations in the county by counties where Trump won in Pennsylvania. In other words, when you look at Lawrence County, 64-34, that's a 30-point margin. Okay, when you look at Franklin County, 48-9. I mean, that's a 40-point margin. 48,000 to 9,483. I don't see, Greene County was another one they mentioned. 10,700 to 2,000, 2,200. I don't see Biden being able to pick up Pennsylvania. With that, you've got some pretty interesting stuff. And we're looking at Fox News. They are conservative in their call. They've Alaska being way out there has already gone overwhelmingly to Trump. Okay, so with that, you have states that when we fill in our map, okay, looking at the map with Fox and knowing that Wisconsin, and here's what they're saying: Wisconsin, Michigan, North Carolina, and Georgia. We get the same number Fox has. They have it at 213 to 238. Ours says 218 to 237. And the difference is they've divided Nebraska's electoral votes up, and Alaska, there's the 5-vote difference. But you get the same numbers. With that, it seems inconceivable that Biden give Biden Nevada. He's up. This is an area where he's up 2 points, and with being up 2 points, there's 2/3 of the counties reporting. Now, if he stays true that, he wins Nevada. So that puts him at 243. After that, it is Donald Trump's race basically to lose. In Georgia, okay, Trump up, and let me get this down, up by 2 points. Up by 2 points in North Carolina. Up by 12, 13 points in Pennsylvania. Up by 6 points in Michigan. And up by a solid 4 points in Wisconsin. Now, if given what you have, if Trump takes Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, that gets him to 264. It would be very difficult to, even if he splits the South, he's up by 4 points. When you look at North Carolina, 2 points and 2 points, 2 full points in Georgia. So one of these breaks the president's way. Let's say it's North Carolina. Trump wins 279 to 243. If he gets both of them, it's a moot point. So I'm just putting this out there, and they're showing on one of the major newscasts, they're talking about Pennsylvania, and they're giving a stat 57 to 43 now. So that's 14 points. We said all he has to do is get 15%, and I showed you where it's like 85-15 in favor of Donald Trump. So with the balance going across, I believe that you're going to see, and this is just speculation, I believe that you're going to see the next president of the United States, Donald Trump, return his seat and return to office. My thinking on the thing is this. You cannot, and let me be clear, I don't believe that you can ignore the middle of the country the way the Democrats have ignored it. I mean, I know there's not, people go, well, there's not a lot of votes in Oklahoma. There's 7. And as soon as you put it together with Kansas, you got 13 votes. And now you're covering a lot of ground that maybe nobody wants. Okay? They're not spending the time, the money there. And what happens is you get a situation where Nebraska's split. And they must have some kind of goofy way that them and Maine do the vote. Okay. But given that, a majority of Nebraska was won by the president. And I'm looking at one of the network maps up there too. And then it's just if Colorado and New Mexico weren't in the way, the president takes the whole middle of the country. Illinois, Colorado, and New Mexico, the only places where Donald Trump gets stopped. Okay. And I want to do this. Otherwise, he has a clear and unprecedented run to the end zone. I mean, in all sincerity, there was nothing between him and the finish line in that middle. And you know, I'm laughing a little bit because they're looking at things. When you look at Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and you're looking at the fracking issue, and you're seeing that now they're looking at North Carolina, and I don't care. Most of the looking at North Carolina, most of the state red. They're looking at Milwaukee, most of the state red, and they're saying that Biden underperformed in the cities. Milwaukee, Philadelphia, Detroit were underperformed by Biden. Thus, it becomes a real question on where any absentee ballots are, and is that going to come back? I mean, this is, and I'll show you this map right here. It is interesting. As look at this scenario here. In all 5 of those states, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, and Georgia, the president is up by significant percentage points. What I define as significant percentage points, Pennsylvania up by like 14. That's significant. Because if you have a standard deviation, you're not going to get the recovery of those votes. And even if you're saying most of the people voted were Democrat, Pennsylvania, and they're just showing it now, most of the people that voted were Democrats, they voted for Trump. You've got some Trump Democrats there. I don't see how the president loses that margin. And with it, you know, Alaska's going to be the thing that evens it up at 238 if Pennsylvania goes to Trump. So we're all at 238, and then you've got Wisconsin, 4 percentage points. Not seeing him pick up 4 and 5. I say he sweeps that Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. And altogether, you're talking 46. 46 delegates. That puts him at 259 with the lead in North Carolina and Georgia. And the Georgia lead keeps increasing a little bit more, a little bit more. The Georgia lead now up to 3 points. So, and use the same thought process, give Joe Nevada. Give it to him. It's really not going to happen. So we'll be back with Newswatch Morning. We wanted to give you the election update and make sure that you stay tuned to NCTV45. We're available anytime on your time. I think I'm going to get some coffee so that I'm bright-eyed and bushy-tailed when we come back. Have a great morning, everybody.